So you guys can find your way around. What are you getting?
Another canteen for water. I want to do that. I want to get a second one.
Okay, you're able to find one. I mean, it's a gold.
Okay.
You guys are able to top offs on food, drink, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
They have exotic goods as well. So for example, you guys saw nectarines coming off of an oak tree. They have like a bin of those on the street market, just on the side of the street. They have mangoes, bananas. Like there's the variety of fruit is insane, and there are numerous different things that just strike you.
Do those decay in a bag of holding?
A bag of holding does not stop decay. If you leave a living creature in there, they'll exhaust the air supply, but that's about it.
Can I do perception? Just probably isn't any there, but I'd like to just keep that perception there for see if I see any signs for like thieves' guild of that nature.
So you keep an eye open for the usual signs.
Yeah.
And you're not finding it.
Okay. Just a
No.
possibility.
No, that's a good point. So you guys top off on supplies. What else?
I say we stay here for the night. For the dusk.
Yeah.
Yeah,
For the next 8
should
hours.
we randomly go to someone and be like, hey, where's... Oh yeah, how long did we travel for to get there?
Not long.
Okay.
You're still. Timbre tells you that it's basically before noon. As far as your guys' time goes.
Well, now I'm trying to figure out, like, we're here to see the summer court. He asked us if we were here to see the summer court. Is the summer court here? Is this the summer court? Like, these are the questions I'm asking myself now.
Well, where would you get that information?
From that guy?
You're gonna go back to the entrance. You can listen around to just general conversation.
Yeah. Let's
Roll
go
investigation.
Let's go to the bar and let's go listen to people.
There you go.
Yeah, so what is...
So are you asking people, or are you
What's
just
it-
trying to catch passively conversations?
Start with passively.
Yeah, we'll passively do that.
What's in
honestly,
place-
we'll go ask the bartender.
What's in place of the resting place?
The resting place?
Yeah, what's in place of that?
The Twilight Dawn. So it is
Well, which is it?
So-
Spoiler or door?
the door is a sun, like shaped like Hobbit's hole style, like circular door, and there is gentle light coming off of it. Inside, you guys through the glass, you can see that it's a very soft lit as before, but much more on the bright side. As the resting place is much more on the dark side, coffin glasses and that sort of thing. This is much more of a brunch place than a dinner Gothic theater. So subtly lit, but bright colors.
So
You can see,
not bar vibe.
well, kind of like I said, like a brunch place. You could probably get drinks here, but you're going to be seated at a table and not at a bar.
Okay. Well,
You see pixies carrying like oversized for them trays and just flying back and forth doing the waitressing stuff.
Well, let's find the actual bar, because I'm not drinking my sunshine beer.
You're drinking beer, not sunshine beer.
No, I'm not going to drink that because it's Russian.
Oh, no. Sorry, I meant, did we want to go to that? I thought you meant you don't want to eat at that.
Yeah, I don't want to eat. I want to drink.
Sorry, you don't want to drink at that bright of a place.
That, and we're not going to, like, I want to get my ears on some people, just conversations.
Let's find the most active bar.
Yeah.
We'll go there.
Okay.
Find a corner.
My perception was a 10, by the way.
Okay. You find the Grasshopper Pub. There are no doors. There are no chairs. Half half the room is dancing, the other half is drinking.
All right.
There's not a bar per se. There are people standing around, kind of a respectful distance around a guy with 3 kegs.
Wait, what money do we have to pay for the bar?
That's an excellent question.
The Fey Wild
That
uses
money.
different money, I'm assuming.
Can I go somewhere
Do they?
to exchange? I mean, gold is gold.
Depends on if they value it.
Yeah, true. We're gonna watch and see what other people pay with.
So you see
I
them
guess
paying
so.
with coin. You also see people paying with like honey or fresh fruit or
What language is being spoke around
a
the
lot
town?
of common, a lot of Sylvan, some Elvish, and then a couple other just general dialects. So like the green women with the leafy branchy feel about them, they speak their own dialect to each other, but you do hear them kind of gratingly speak Sylvan to other people. A lot of the more beastie people, so like the satyrs, the centaurs, and the minotaurs, which there's a scattering of them, but they aren't like overwhelming. They can, when they're talking to each other, actually speak in a very grunty, animalistic language, which you guys would recognize as a beast speech.
Well, I guess I'll go up and ask bartender, whatever they're called,
So
in
you've
the
got
Fey Wild,
yeah.
and ask how much is a beer.
So you have a halfling with a very elven face, standing basically in this little circle. She is wearing a flowing dress in a plaid feeling to it,
I'm all like creating.
trimmed in leather, but very active. Her movements are so graceful. It doesn't seem like she's walking or she ever stops. She's kind of in a slow dance that takes her where she needs to be. Evening, love. What can we get you? We have summer, winter, and spring. You notice there are 3 kegs and a number of wooden tankards underneath, like just for storage. And every so often she'll actually hook the handle of one of those things with her bare feet and flip them into the air, where she'll, grab them and into the dance basically incorporate the pouring of this beer, which takes almost no time. She like taps the lever, and the tankard is foaming over.
I guess I'll ask. Well, like embarrassingly, like how much for a beer for spring.
For spring, what you feel, love. We don't keep to, I understand, material planers, and everyone kind of laughs. It's like, what do you value it at? Here, first one's free. She taps one, and you get the foam, just for a second, blooms. Like, you know what buttercup is? That very simple white flower that grows in like vines. Almost like a dozen of those just popped open in the top of the glass, and then reduces into foam. And as part of her dance, she kind of whips the tankard around and tosses it to you. Which you, by sheer reflex, catch.
Beer.
Yeah.
I'm like judging it off of the sunshine beer. I'm like,
Very floral, very brisk. So it's got that kind of chill. It's not a temperature. The temperature is a little cooler than room, but it's got a briskness to the flavor. Like that morning in spring when you can just smell the life coming out of the world.
I'm being a total snob about it.
Like you're just. Yeah.
Well,
She's not paying attention to you. She's going around, tossing, basically, serving other people, but she's making her way around.
Winter, please.
without breaking stride, she tosses up another tankard and holding it like that,
Okay, I'm going.
taps the winter lever, and just like if you've ever seen sped up forms of ice forming like a snowflake, and again, toss.
And watching him catch it, I was ready.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Well, it kind of like lands against your chest.
Yeah.
Like it's one of those really soft, well done throws. You try it. It's almost a peppermint, menthol feel to it. It has some bitterness in it, like a bitter cold feeling. Again, the temperature is not bad. There's not, it's a little lower than room temperature, but at the same time, you get that, like if you were on a hot day, you'd be blowing breath that you could see.
What was the other one? Spring.
summer. Ooh.
I'll take summer.
So summer, you get, when she taps the lever for this one, you get a cloud. That kind of, and it takes a little longer to settle down, but when you try that, you get almost a whiskey feel, like it warms you from the inside out. You get this.
Exactly.
You find yourself going, and you just feel the tension ease out of you. Like you just sank into a yard chair, watching the ocean on a hot summer day with a cold drink. Like that feeling of release. So no one seems to be keeping track of, who's drank what or what you guys have, no one's like demanding that you pay now. You get the feeling that this is a very like ergonomic, flowing feel to everything.
I enjoyed the dance and the service. I was going to do 2 gold for the beer and then for the service, 4.
There is a...
Because of the way I liked it.
Yeah. There is basically a small cask set kind of at the focal point of the circle that everyone's keeping away from her. And you notice people have been putting in whatever they pay with it for that. So you put in 4 gold?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I like kind of bow my head and I say, I hope that's enough. Alright.
No one really addresses it.
Yeah, I'm just like, I feel like that's what it was worth. I was very happy with it.
I would say...
I'm going to try and imply that this is more than I would usually pay.
Well, because, at least in our realm, bringing 4 coin, that's like 4 gold coins, like...
You've seen people put in silver for this, so it...
Yeah, I was, like, this is my first time having this, and I appreciated
No,
the show and everything like that, so I'm like, that's why I paid so much.
So you have the people dancing off to the other side. You got a 10 for perception, you said?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're kind of enraptured in the beer, and there's so much chaos in this room, it's hard to pin down a conversation. Anyone else doing a perception?
Yeah, all perception, because...
Especially...
And no.
Yeah, you are also distracted by the beer. Kind of similarly with the horizon, your attention is like encompassed.
It's lost.
Well, it's so different from anything you've ever had.
The little kid that was here, he just bought that.
15.
Okay, maybe it's something to do with your Fey ancestry. You notice these two are just absorbed in their drinks. Which, to be fair, it's unlike anything you've ever tasted. Like it took you somewhere else.
I got that sailor guy.
Yeah. You hear a conversation going on to your left. Whether or not you want to look and portray that you're paying attention is up to you.
Kind of nonchalantly, kind of walk a little bit closer to get better hearing on it, kind of like lean up against a pillar while I'm like watching all the
roll
dancing.
stealth.
Okay. I'm like, I can't lose. Oh yeah, we're good. Got like 29.
There we go.
Yeah.
So nonchalantly, you kind of separate from the other guys who are basically, beer talking.
More
their
like,
drinks to each other.
hey!
Yeah. Now you're blending in with the crowd.
Yeah.
You're hiding in the chaos.
Not being awkward. Hook
Yeah.
on.
Yeah. Can you repeat that? So you hear this conversation between these two people.
I'm listening.
Yeah. And basically they are talking over the halfling. And it's like, what is she doing here? She's so good at what she does. She should be in the summer court. Titania would love this. And they're talking about how, but she's too beautiful. Titania would get jealous. Not anymore though, because her consort was thrown in jail. And this new guy is a lot more, and they kind of hand and haw around how to, not bad mouth Oberon. It's kind of that situation where, you don't want to badmouth the old king, but you also don't want to praise him when the new king's followers might hear. So that, his wandering eye. And this new guy is wiser about his interests. So she might actually have a chance. And then it kind of evolves into her ancestry. Yes, her family have been in the Fey Wild for generations, but her original stock is still halfling. So it kind of devolves into that, would she be allowed in, and the weight of original stock versus experience. And it just goes into that, technical talk. No one else seems to really be paying attention.
Okay.
Also, they do not name the successor to Oberon. They name Oberon, but they talk about him as the new guy. This person who has replaced him as Titania's consort.
Is it the way they, their vocabulary, do they word it in regards to like, they approve of him?
It's kind of a detached subject. There's not a whole lot they can do about it. Oberon was okay, but it's kind of like the whole, why would we want to elect someone else when we know this maniac?
We know our problems when we have this guy as a successor.
Whereas this guy
don't know our problems with
Yeah.
this new guy.
Yeah, this new guy anything could happen. But, it's kind of here and there and it's going back and forth. They seem to be concerned about being overheard. Like if someone were to relay this conversation, so they're trying not to be overcritical on any point. It's like if you had a liberal and a conservative talking to each other and they don't want to make the other mad. But they're trying to find common ground on political opponents.
Okay, all about a woman that should be in Summer's Court.
Yeah, I mean, they're
For
keeping
entertainment?
Yeah. Well, no, it's like she should be serving in the summer court. Which the familiarity makes you think that these people are, at the very least, have been there at least once. They don't have the same kind of snobbishness as the people who you assume would be regulars, but they've been there. Very noble-ish feeling to them.
Okay.
Meanwhile, you guys are about halfway through your beers and you realize that he's kind of wandered off somewhere. And he's just kind of drinking and staring off into space with like that, oh, I'm having a good time look on his face.
Am I able to continue roaming and with my ears open and hearing any other conversations?
From what you are hearing, just in general conversation, there doesn't seem to be anyone else talking about the summer court. This is an inn, so they're talking about that crazy party up north, how it's still going on.
Further.
And that, if people want to get there, they better hurry because they're going to be running out of beer at some point. And then someone goes, are they though? And then, you know, another guy's like, I don't know. Those tree ants can kind of pull it out of nowhere.
You should crash that conversation. Well, let me tell you a story about that.
Are you crashing the conversation?
No.
Okay. So you guys are, you kind of, there's enough topics going around that your specific topic isn't showing up.
Do I see anyone that's kind of being shady or sitting back being quiet, like in a corner or like anything like that?
With your perception,
29.
or stealth, or
Yeah,
perception.
Oh, that was stealth, not dang it.
With your perception, no one's really lurking or sitting in this place. This is an active, you know, open area. It's meant to be a dance. You do not find anyone skulking.
I would like to try and focus instead of worrying about my beer. I'm over my beer now.
Yeah.
I just finished my beer, so now I'm gonna try and focus in what's going
Conversations.
on, yeah.
Okay. Roll perception.
Nope.
You gonna try?
Apparently it's too loud for me.
That beer hit you a little harder than you expected. Not enough that you're like drunk, but it's like, whoa, that had kick.
That menthol.
Yeah.
8 and a 6.
Ooh, okay.
I can't roll very well tonight.
Temper.
1.
He's not listening.
He's not in the room. He's standing outside. Too much movement, too much dancing.
Yeah.
Too much too soon.
I'm like over the communication area. I'm like, what's going on, guys? What are you doing? Got any intel?
It's too loud for me.
I haven't heard anything.
I only got a couple guys talking about our bartender here should be in the summer's court. Other than that, I got
Anything
nothing.
about where it was at?
And I guess we can start poking around and asking where it's at.
Do you want to do an investigation check to try and ask around?
I feel like we should go somewhere a little more. This,
Serious?
yeah,
A little more somber.
yeah. I mean, like maybe like still loud, but this is like chaotic loud. Like maybe a little bit more like
This is a
neutral.
boisterous,
Let's
place.
go to somewhere a little more neutral. Like yeah, there's still like a dance section, but they have tables. Let's go to a place that has tables in a bar.
Yeah. No, I agree.
I mean, we got some information from it, so.
Yeah, let's. I drop in 30 iron coin into the box.
Okay.
Is
Cog coins.
a currency
It is a
in
currency.
another city
Yep.
that I
Held on to and want to get out of my pockets.
believe it's worth something.
Alright, you guys leave. No one really makes comment. You were able to leave without. It's just been the natural flow of the party. People come, people go. Oh, Giraffield fell down.
For some reason, I
A tree and it comes up from behind. Basketball.
In observing the city, is there do we notice like a group of like noble people going to a certain specific area, diner, bar, etc.?
Yeah, do I see that centaur that was before me?
No, he went somewhere else immediately. So it'd be an investigation check to ask around for specific information.
To find the right person.
To find the right information, basically. Like you can try to go to a place and listen in, but it's going to give you less results.
Yeah.
Investigation is much more forward, much more noticeable, but it gets better results.
I'm gonna try and find someone that looks like they are like security
Okay, so you notice that there are
guard. They're,
yeah, there are guards around generally any sort of race. They are marked with a leather chest piece that is branded with the Northport insignia. You're able to find one rather easily.
Okay. I
So
will ask them.
You
if
find
I-
a high elf.
Cool. I'm gonna mention that like I'm looking for some court. I am another worlder. I have no idea what I'm looking for.
Are you quite sure that you really want to go to the summer court? No offense meant, but they rather despise your kind.
This being one of a guard, no. He just asked if like I want to go. I'm not gonna show up and be like, yeah, I have my reasons.
Oh, fair enough, I suppose. The summer court is currently residing in the court of Sir NaytonTech. You must gain entrance to his castle and then ask which door leads to the summer court. I'm afraid that is entirely up to him and his luck.
Okay.
And I wish you the best. It's not going to be easy.
Do you truly mean that though?
But he doesn't know what resources you guys have.
Thank you.
Well, my pleasure. I was this close from doing a high elf, like, hey man. Like, where's anything?
Zoinks!
So
I don't have a clue. I stand here.
Alright, what are you doing?
I'm gonna get some information on Sir Nate Annual. Yeah,
Nate and
Nate Annual. I'm still gonna go to the bar. Now we know the direction.
Okay, you're just finding a bar.
Yeah, one that's general to a bar.
You find a dark tree that says a bar. Inside,
like this place.
inside
Simple.
you find a bar of wood with a flat top that is the bar. That goes all the way through the half of the tree. On the one side are the serving staff and the kitchens and everything, and then you have like tables and chairs and people sitting up next to the bar. But everything's made out of wood, and this is inside a living tree. That is slightly bigger on the inside than it would appear on the outside.
They haul it out.
It's a really big tree.
Hey, what can I get ya?
Beer. Okay.
A beer.
A beer. The beer.
Oh, now you're getting interested. The beer.
The beer. Let's get
Steph,
started.
give me the beer. She reaches into a sack, pulls out a frothing beer in a metal stein, and slides it down the bar to you.
Ten.
I don't like grab it, but I stop
Yeah,
it.
just stop it.
2 more for them. 3 more.
Do you have any
So, the beer that you were thinking of, it's that beer.
Cool. That much.
Do you have any sunshine?
Tell me the rum, the whiskey, the beer, the ale, the stout, or the porter.
Oh, the stout.
Sunshine stout. She slides over what appears to be a wide bowl with a really level, like a tall lip to the end and a mug holder at the end. But it's like that big around.
Yes.
That's like that tall.
It looks almost like a stormy sunrise
I just like full on accept it. I'm just like,
It's just like drinking from a bowl. That's what it comes down to.
really helps go down.
It's
You know,
sunshine and rain.
The
Spoonful of sugar.
the shape of the bowl helps it go down easier.
Yeah. You look like you're thirsty for more than just beer.
That beer.
That beer.
That
What can I help you with, gentlemen? You're not local, so you're probably asking stuff.
So, we could probably run your ear off.
We got stuff.
Nuts.
I like this guy.
We're not from here, so we apologize for our terminology.
That's alright, I'm not from here either. I'm from over there.
That's a knee slapper. Sorry. Again, terminology.
What's it mean?
Yeah, he just
Why would
floats
you-
around.
Why would you slap your knee?
You just hear, how could you? And there's like a person that's just a leg. Their face is like up here.
Sorry.
Racist. Hate crime, hate crime. Do it, yep. You see Futurama, right?
I prefer my elbows, I'm sorry.
You look like you're looking for something.
We're on our way to Sir Knight Annal's castle.
Annual.
Anal?
Annual.
Oh. Annual.
Ah, that guy. Well, good luck. He's been, ever since he was given the privilege of hosting the summer court, he's been a lot more highbrow than his rank should give him, if you know what I mean.
Then whereabouts is his castle, if you don't mind us asking?
Oh, it's the big stone thing in the middle of town.
That
How would you treat a man like that? What would you say he is? Next.
Oh, he's a magistrate, ombudsman, head honcho type. He kind of makes the rules here, but it's kind of a shared thing, but the summer court showed him favor, so...
Respect him before he ever gives you
He-
respect, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Makes the rules.
I mean, as much as anyone can, in the Fey Wild.
But it kind of went to his head once the summer court came.
Yeah, amongst other things.
And what's the vibe lately at the summer courts? What's fizzling around?
I'm not a frequenter, but
What's the
the
word
scuttlebutt I hear
on the street?
is that there's been a bit of an uproar. About 5 years ago, Oberon was the main guy. And then he decided, he had a bit of a wandering eye, and the queen, and he, takes off his hat, decided that she needed a more trustworthy consort. So she decided to go with someone else. Now, you didn't hear it from me.
Yeah, we all lean in.
What are we not supposed to hear from?
You didn't hear it from me.
Oh.
Yeah, I get it. No, but...
And I thought
It's-
you did.
Yeah, the little girl comes up and says it for you.
yeah, so yeah,
You
the little
didn't hear it
girl
from me.
The little girl who served you your drinks comes up, and in his voice, you hear, and he's mouthing the words, but it's definitely coming from her. Let's just say that there was a lot more conniving than just the queen changing her mind. Alright, right along.
Do you think the new guy watched her too? Pushed her?
No one can force Titania to do anything she wants.
Manipulated?
Maybe set up the right scenario.
No.
Anyway, it's kind of settled down since then. You know, the kind of summer court's come and gone, but it's getting more and more polarized. Usually it goes to one of the 5 great families, and Northport kind of cycles through. A bit chaotic, you know, sometimes more than once into one place, but typically more of a spread.
Somebody rolls the dice.
The last 5 times the summer court has been here, they've gone to Sir Nathaniel's castle. Favoritism is starting to be suspected.
All right.
Does the new guy have a name?
Yeah, it's Jack something or other. It's been a while since he took over.
And people still don't know his name.
I mean, it'd be less a century, sure, but, you know, if she changed her mind once, she might change her mind. The, you know, closer it is to the thing, the more likely she's going to change her mind again. There's no real reason to remember. I mean, it's been 5 years, so we'll see.
And what's up with the dusk? Was it always dusky?
I mean, not always.
But
I've been dusk a lot recently, though.
When was the last time it was nighttime?
more daytime.
Yesterday.
How long does a day last?
As long as it wants to.
Who controls that?
Some say titanium. I think it's something more of a worldly thing, if you understand that. So that being said, titanium can change the weather and she can make changes, but I don't think that it is specifically her that makes that change.
I heard something that was kind of based on her emotions. Like if she got mad, it would just
Oh yeah,
kind
no,
of
the weather. The weather, yes,
Oh,
definitely.
the weather, gotcha.
But the day is kind of, sometimes it's sunset, sometimes it's sunrise. It really likes the transition, so it's very rarely like night or day.
So it almost always looks exactly the same.
More or less, yeah.
You know, why do people always say that watch out for the
Horizon.
horizon?
The horizon.
Don't get lost in the horizon.
Oh, you don't want to get lost, do you?
No, but why always get pulled? I've had to pull that big lug around from just flying off into there.
Same rules as a forest, you can get lost if you don't keep your way. Ways are slippery.
What makes you want to draw to the horizon?
Why did you come to the Fey Wild? It's a wanderlust. It's just the natural magic of the place. Why are you you?
Well, we have a quest.
Yeah.
We have.
Quest.
We're not necessarily here for all the magical rainbows.
It's a shame. The rainbows are spectacular. Especially around sunrise.
Whenever that comes around.
Whatever that comes around.
By the way,
Tomorrow.
when does that come around?
Tomorrow.
Wait, we've already asked. We understand the answers now.
Ooh.
There's
time
the
is it?
answer, but not the answer we want.
Now.
Why is it that time?
Because it's not any other time. You asked some silly question for you.
Just trying to understand this place.
Exactly what time in a 24-hour period is it?
That way lies madness.
Exactly.
My advice?
Drink water?
Always, yes.
Yeah, me too. Ah, the beer.
Don't try to follow a rigid set of rules. Flow. You'll
Got it.
find yourself having a lot easier time. This is a chaotic maelstrom of a plane. Material plane, facts, rules, gravity. It's all constant. Here, some say that the Fey Wild has its own mood. And it does what it will. Now, people like Titania can make changes and alter that mood.
Oh,
This
moon.
way-
I thought you said moon. I was like, yeah, I see
No,
the moon
moon.
right now.
Mood. Think of it as more of a living, breathing thing with mischievous nature, and you're more on track with this flame. Now, who's up for another round?
Yeah. I want a beer now. Not the beer. I want your the beer.
I the beer.
Yeah.
The beer. I like this. Right. Reaches under the counter and pulls out a tall, thin glass. You know, like a drinking glass, but about that tall. Full of a perfectly clear, bubbling liquid, like Sprite.
Alright. If it smells like something, tastes like something.
You know how when you're a kid, you chew on like tinfoil and that metal taste? It's so good you can't tell why.
That's
like
called
Ken-
fillings.
Yeah, but it's kind of that high acetone, like gasoline feel to it.
Yeah.
That's the smell you get. It's all the things you wanted to just sit there and experience, but you were told not to as a kid.
I love the smell of diesel.
It tastes like it smells. Kind of you get a kind of a forbidden tingle, like, hey, I'm chewing on tinfoil, Mom said not to.
TV static.
Yeah.
The quiet beer
Chewing on TV
that
static.
is as dark as my soul.
Pulls out a mirror. Oh, wait. You don't see your reflection. You see a stout whiskey glass with black and white liquid swirling but not mixing inside. There you go. What are you reaching for? The mirror or the glass?
I guess the mirror.
Yeah, your order.
Oh.
Yeah, you reach past the
Into
horizon
the
of mirror.
glass.
Yeah, into the mirror and pull out your glass. There you go.
There's always two wolves inside.
So, the light in you feel this sense of justice and rightness. There is, correctness and power, and it's that feeling that you've just slain a great evil. You've just taken something out of the world that would have caused harm to others. But whenever you get the black, it's always one or the other. They never mix. So whatever your mouth touches first. The dark is that, gimme. I want it. Gimme.
Pillage and plunder.
Yeah, pillage, plunder, rip, tear. That anger, rage, greed.
This is dangerous.
Yeah, it's a very bipolar drink. What about you?
I want something a little fiery. Hot and sweet.
Ooh, hot and spicy and sweet. So
He pulls out.
Not spicy.
He pulls out a mixing bowl, about that big. Places it down in front of you and says, "Hold on,
What?
habanero, honey." And he just holds it like a big old thing of honeycomb. Just whap, whap. A little mead, a little this. He has a little red jar. A little this,
3 little
glittering powder.
coming out of the tube.
And then he goes, and then we mix. Takes another bowl, but this one's metal, the other one's wood, caps it over the top, and then shakes it like a mixer. Puts it underneath you, pulls it off, and it is flaming. There is no solids in it. It is a cloudy, unfiltered mead, from what you can tell. But it's on fire, and you can get a specific spice on it.
Have you seen that painting? It's called The Perfect Margarita. And it's
Make sure you
and
blow
it's the guy
fire
he
out before you drink.
takes the first picture is him like
Or else it's gonna
this,
go
like with
everywhere.
the shaker,
I have
and then
a
him with the
natural-
shaker on it, and then the next like 10, it's like a comic.
Yeah,
But it will
next,
go
like, 10
everywhere.
is him shaking it?
It's him going, like, but the picture like it's painted
Yeah.
to show that he's shaking it.
Yeah.
So it's just like. You can tell that there's like a little bit of silver in there. You can
Yeah.
see his black hair, his red shirt,
Yeah.
and it's just it's so.
There you go. It's in a mixing bowl in front of you. Are you shooting the whole thing?
Half of it.
Half of it? Alright, make a Constitution saving throw.
Yeah. 7 plus my constitutional save. Ooh. Wait, does your save? My constitution is 14.
No, the save, if you have proficiency in it, gets a proficiency bonus. So it's a saving throw, not a Constitution check.
Well, no, what I'm saying is my modifier and the save supposed to be the same? Because I just increased my mod.
If you are proficient in your save, in a Constitution save, you add your proficiency bonus to it. Otherwise, it is the same as a check, which is just your mod and the dice.
Okay.
So your save
That's
should have gone
so-
up if you have increased your mod.
I don't think how do you know if you're proficient?
That's something that should have been done at character creation. That's the little dot has been filled in. I don't know what it
The
is.
perfect martini.
Martini, not margarita. I was
Yeah.
gonna say you don't shake a margarita. Paladin.
So it should be at least a 2.
I like how
My wisdom is a
the
1,
hair
and
on the
my
last
mod is
picture is all messy as well.
Your saving throws are wisdom and charisma. So those should be filled in and have your proficiency bonus of 3 added to the mod.
Jeez, okay, that's why. Everything else should be the same, so my strength save should be a 4. My other one's a 4. And then you said wisdom, save, 0, 1, 2.
Did you read it?
Yeah.
Alright, I gotta move it.
No, not 35, just 5. I don't think you would like me cheating that. Okay.
So 7 plus what?
7 plus Constitution?
Correct.
9.
So 9 total?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not rolling you tonight.
You guys look over. Your face is brass, right?
Yes.
Okay. It's turning red. Like, coming up his collar. You can feel, you have ear holes, you don't really have ears, but like there's steam coming out of it. Your eyes are turning red. The heat is building. It's building. It's building. It's coming out somewhere. Where are you pointing this thing? Where are you pointing your snoot?
How high is the ceiling?
It's a tree, so it's pretty darn high.
Should I grab a metal bowl and just like on the end of its snout? I've had this before.
Okay, you grab a metal bowl.
Yeah.
You don't know from where. You
Yeah,
just grab it.
I just not the metal bowl that he just drank out of.
No.
That was wooden.
No, I'm making a point here.
Okay.
You're like, I need a metal bowl in your head.
Yeah.
You reach over to nothing and pull out a metal bowl.
Oh. Okay.
It's cartoon style.
Okay.
And what are you doing with it?
I hand it to him and I'm like, huh? Like in it.
I grab it.
It's gonna go
I
back
know
in
I
your
do.
face, but he can
So I
take
put it,
it.
I put it in front of me, like.
Are you putting it over your mouth?
Not over, but
In front of?
very close in front of you. Yes.
Okay.
Start heating it up instead.
You breathe fire. Like you've never breathed fire before.
Face just turns black from the backfire.
Yeah. You take 1 point of fire damage as the metal bowl in your hands goes red hot. But you're able to keep it to yourself. And you hear the guy behind the counter go, "Fire in the hole!" That hole, specifically.
Out of that hole.
Yes.
Better than the other hole.
Yeah.
Hey, add some. Do you want what? You want anything spicy on this taco? Oh no. Screw it. Put some jalapenos on there. It's like a dragon flying over the city, and he's like, "Whoa! Ah! Out the back end.
Alright. You guys have had a couple beers. It's going to be like 10 gold each.
Cool.
What are you guys doing?
Well, we know where Nate's place is. I think you guys need nicer clothes.
Yeah. What, my green on gold or brass isn't...
What's wrong with my road clothing?
Let's just go get it enchanted so that it can be looking nice.
I'm offended.
Yeah. Which I'm gonna spend a little bit of time and change up my outfit with my beret of disguise.
Okay.
Be like, ooh, I like that shirt, Mike. Make it into my
Okay. Yeah, minor changes, that's fine.
I'm not changing the way that I live, I'm just changing the...
What are you guys going to do with temper?
He can turn
We're gonna
into-
bejewel him.
You're
hold
going
on.
Yeah.
Hold on. He can turn into any object, medium-sized object.
Yeah, but they might think that we're trying to, like,
Smuggle him in.
yeah.
This is his
I
ticket.
say we make him look nice.
You want to
real.
dazzle.
Yeah, let's
give him a bow tie.
give him a real good scrub down and like we're gonna
Okay.
polish him, bro. Polished.
Okay. Where are you going to go to do that?
Where Smith's was.
Okay. Alright, so you go over.
Noticing how everything is kind of the same, that's where we're going.
Right, you
Did
go
say
there.
Smith?
Smith.
Smith? Okay.
He's the blacksmith.
Racist.
Carbon throne.
Yeah, the carbon drum. Alright, so you go there. It is an ash tree. Inside you can see forge. It's run by several dwarves with golden hair. They take one look at Temper and go, "Oh, you'll bring us a shiny."
Yeah, we need to make him shinier.
I think we can do that.
Alright.
And you want, where are you going with him? Why do you want him clean?
We're going into the summer court. Make him look nice.
We got some work to do, lads.
Keep it
How?
fairly cheap. Fairly.
Temper looks at you like, how dare you? Oh, I look nice. Temper puts 50 platinum down on the counter.
Mine. I thought I was gonna end up paying for it. Do what he needs.
Temper's like, I need help. My fashion schooling
I have
has been
social
interrupted.
anxiety.
So, with 50 platinum down, the dwarves start with a good old, polish shine. They're able to get like rags into places you didn't know they came out the other side. So they give him a good run down.
Do a heat treatment with like torches.
Yeah.
They blew him.
Yeah, at one point they roll him into the forge and just, That's how they start actually, is they do that to get him like tempered all to one
They
uniform
temper.
thing. Yeah. And he's like, ow, 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 ow.
My
Oh,
roots.
stop being a baby.
My roots.
So they start polishing him up. They send one of their apprentices out to a jeweler's. He comes back with 5 pixies, each with a small bag. And you notice they start flying around Temper like, Kenneth, move over this way. Out of the way. Yeah, okay, we're going to put mine here and here. And they are bejeweling. They have strips of almost mother of pearl, but it's like emerald. Like a strip of emerald. And they're grafting it onto like key points in his transition points just on his frame. To the point where it looks like he's wearing a suit with a vibrant green shirt underneath. Kind of creates like a dazzling effect of that.
Temper. Show my gratitude of you being with us all this time. I am entrusting you with these. They look very nice. Sapphire and the ruby. Can you guys put these somewhere to make it?
Well, I mean, if you don't mind an odd pair, we could make it very provocative.
Yeah, I feel like it'd be funny, but not worth it for there.
He's got an immovable rod, right? Hey, you'll play the set. I mean, he probably got kicked out of the summer court, but man, what a story.
I have 2 rubies. So I could.
Yeah, if you want to do the ruby, I'll be like, which one do you want? Then you mentioned that you have rubies. I'll be like, okay, big ruby, and he has a couple smaller ones.
Okay, so they implant Iron Man style the main ruby in his chest. They're able to pair your rubies and basically get a sunburst effect around the center and use that as so you get this red and green scenario. They also tune his color. Normally he's blue. They tune him to
Dark green.
oh yeah, so yeah, they just tune the blue a little bit to match our red, green, blue. Good basic colors. And he looks like he's wearing a cool suit, but it's just like an effect of the gemstones. He's polished it and shiny. What else? Mark, those
I
off
need
your
something.
sheet.
I don't know what the heck would a dragonborn.
You basically just need clothing.
Just need a suit kind of thing.
What would be over at
Probably
Smith
something black.
and Timothy's place?
That's where we're at.
No, that's Throne.
That's the Carbon Throne. That's where we.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, Timothy's was his
Oh,
apprentice.
okay. Then, can I see if I know it's like, so it's supposed to be like the same place,
Mhm.
right?
But it's serving the same purpose.
Can I see if there's the downstairs underneath the floor?
Yeah, it's our storage.
How obvious are you being about this? Now, given they are distracted,
Well, like, I guess I could just ask him. Like, hey, you got downstairs? Is downstairs available? How do you know that?
the one who is working on temper kind of gives you a side glance and talk to the boss.
Yeah, absolutely. Go up to him and ask the same exact thing.
Hey, with you, looking for it.
I just want to see what's available right now.
Well, we don't exactly browse down there.
Oh, eyebrows. Eyebrows on the earth realm.
With eyebrows and the room.
Eyebrows on the earth realm down here.
Right. Okay.
It's my favorite shawl.
Look. Depends on what you're trying to hunt. We got, and he kind of pulls you into the corner and lowers his voice a lot. If you're going after pixies, we have something to that effect.
Possibly. Just see if it catches my attention.
Right. Well, what are you fighting? Be more specific, lad.
Why does that have to be so specific? Like, sometimes I'm in the mood for ballistas. Sometimes I'm in the mood for just arrows. Depends on.
We don't have ballista. We don't have anything big like that. We got cold iron weapons,
Cold iron weapons?
especially effective against the Fey.
Okay.
Untasteful. If you understand what I mean. We have fire weapons, especially good against forest folk. Just depends on what you're hunting for.
They have a variety of arrows.
I do.
I could use a restock on flashbang arrows.
I haven't heard that kind.
Very bright light.
No, we don't have anything like that. That sounds like a material plane. Kind of an alchemy.
Yeah, I kind of make it myself.
Right. Well,
Explosive arrows?
we have explosive growth arrows.
Explosive growth.
Hey, they encourage growth of plants and make them a bit irritable.
So you can shoot an arrow and it grows plants out of it?
Oh, aye, so you shoot it at someone's feet, and things grow up around them and try to hold on to them.
Kind of a trap arrow.
Those go about 250 gold a piece. We have fire arrows specifically for plant-based creatures. We have cold iron for fairies. Those run about 30 gold each. Have to be a very special process.
30 gold each?
Aye.
And the plant arrow is 250.
Aye.
What are the fairy ones again?
Cold iron. And 13 gold each for the arrows.
I heard 13. 13 gold each?
30. 30.
Try to get you.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have any money, so I'm not buying.
I'm seeing what we're gonna really
30
have issues
30
with.
gold.
Yeah.
I mean, you could have waited and gotten the reward from your reward, but
What?
you guys were given a reward from Sir Nathaniel in your realm.
Oh.
But he sent it to your tower instead of giving it directly to you.
Do you have any, like, potions of the sorts for,
Strictly weapons and armor.
potions that have damage effect?
We'll leave that to the brewers.
Well, the fairy ones catch my attention, but I don't think we're gonna have enough issues with them. And so with the fairy cold iron ones, how close do you have to make one? Do you have to hit the fairy directly?
Aye.
Yeah, see, I'll probably find that.
And I would say, just for special ammunition, like if it's just a different metal in the head, there's a 50-50 chance that when you shoot an arrow and miss, that arrow is destroyed.
Right. I think I'm good at this point. We don't have any special. I like my mechanical style
Fair
of
enough.
arrows.
Good enough.
Sorry for the alchemy.
Yes.
Kinda enjoy
Well,
it.
to each their own. I find the alchemy stuff highly unstable.
No, that's what's so great about it.
See, there you go. Alright, anything else you guys are doing?
I guess I need to go get cleaned up since I'm so disgusting.
So are you guys
Yeah,
going
like-
to a clothier?
I got dreadlock hair,
Yeah, you got the white guy dreads.
sailor
Dreads.
sailor dreads.
Sailor Mom.
Freaking yeah, dude. You need to get cleaned up. Where am I going? Because I don't buy clothing. Where do you go to buy clothing?
You guys look around. You're
You're
able to
the
find-
one that's all.
Yeah, you know a place in town where you would typically go to get noble attire and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You go there and there is a satyr, which is a fawn, so bottom half is goat, top half's a man.
I'll walk in there. I'm like,
He's in. It looks almost. It's a coat, but it almost goes like a gown. It's just very flowy. Like, oh my gosh, guys, you need help. I hate to say it so forward, but like, you need help. Did you come for help?
yeah.
Oh, wait. Come here, guy. Come here. And he comes up and like gives you like the really big hand blade and like just barely touches your back.
Like,
Don't you worry. We're gonna get you all fixed up. Come here. Come
I'll
here.
pay
First
for my lady.
Nana, do lady. So, here's how this works. You put down a certain amount of gold, and I put together an outfit. You don't get to choose because, obviously, your taste is questionable at best.
What about Girafffield's taste? Is his attire okay?
Very material plain and a bit last decade, but it'll pass.
I walked by the stores and I was like, I like that, and I changed my stuff. So I tried to be with the stuff down here.
Yeah, he's fine, I guess. He wants business, so he doesn't want to encourage you. What about you, tall, dark, and scaly?
I think I'm just gonna look for just a nice suit that complements my brass color.
Okay, I don't know if you heard what I was talking to him about. That sweet cheeks over there.
Why am I doing
So you put down a golden one, and I pick the suit.
that? Do you only accept gold?
Well, what else do you offer? I take goods and services.
What kind of service?
20. I'll put down 20.
20 gold?
Yep.
You want a nice pair of socks?
I don't even have shoes.
I will put down 700 gold and
Oh, shoot.
you just said a pair of socks with 20 gold. 20 gold to us is like,
A fair amount.
yeah, it's a very fair amount. So I'm assuming like
700 gold. Okay.
with a one set of dragon hide.
Wait, so hold on. What now?
A set of dragon hide.
Dragon hide what?
That's what.
Like the raw material to make a suit of armor with dragon hide?
It's been. I assumed it's been gone through its carrying process.
Yes, but is this the gold dragon scales?
Oh, that's a good point. It is. I should think about that.
Are you presenting it? That's all I'm asking. I just want to clarify what it is that you're offering.
I guess I'm just gonna ask first.
You can roll insight as well.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for the guidance. That's gonna suck. But, yeah, 5.
So I'm gonna give you advantage with this one because this is something that's been since you got into this plane to notice.
There's like no dragons.
There are dragons. There's tons of dragons up in the sky.
Okay.
So roll insight again.
There we go. 19.
Okay. Morality in this realm doesn't account as much as manners. So you went with the flow. And that's working for you. You don't think that the whole right and wrong, these are golden dragon scales, you're not sure if he would even, like, that whole conundrum of someone killed a gold dragon would even show up.
Okay.
The whole right and wrong of the situation, it's not in their normal thought patterns. Not for this realm.
I'm gonna put down. Yeah, I'll put down one set of dragon hide
Okay.
and 500 gold.
Oh.
And
You might get some service for free there, honey.
Nothing's free, darling.
So is this for both of you, or do you want a very rich item?
I figured that this should be able to take care of me. If I get something for free, then please, if you could take care of them.
Well, you're already pretty scaly.
Why
The
are you
cost
talking
of
like
it. Let's see what we can do, okay?
Thank you, darling.
First thing I need you both to do is go into the changing room over there and take off everything. And I mean everything, because it is gross and disgusting and I don't want it here. Hang it on the hooks, and then there's another room in the back.
This is my best attire.
There's another room in the back. Go get cleaned up. It's like a shower room.
But what about my hair?
There's soap. I'm hoping it doesn't
But it'll ruin the
Oh
dreadlocks.
my goodness.
It'll ruin the locks.
Use soap, please, and I will see what I can do.
I'm scared. I'm sorry, I'm a sailor. I don't
Okay.
know.
What? As you guys are going in the shower, so you go in and it's like a miniature waterfall scene.
Yeah.
So like there's a ring of rocks and that's got the drain, but it's like a forest canopy inside this room. So you feel like you're in the jungle.
Has some assistants like scrubbing me. I'm like, no! Don't clean me!
Every so often the trees kind of like just lower a loofah and start scratching your back with it.
That should not be clean.
So as you guys are in the shower, I want you to think.
Just smell of whiskey and cedar.
Kind of
And the sea salt.
You get a prompt in your mind. Very natural prompt is like, what do you want? What do you want to look like?
Dark and broody.
Yeah, so is it like dark and broody?
I feel like we'll all be dark and broody.
Well, that's
More
up to
like-
them. Like right now, you're having shower thoughts.
Shower thoughts, more
Yeah.
like thinking about my hair being like
Yeah.
silky smooth,
So-
braided
Like
like a proper elf.
so that's the whole thing. It's like you kind of daydream about you in like the highest, glossiest, most high-tone version of yourself. What are you wearing? So like you obviously see yourself at the bow of the ship, going like pulling a Captain Morgan.
Hell yeah.
Looking into the spray, hair blowing in the breeze. Like, what are you wearing?
No, give me a second. That's a lot of pressure.
Ooh, okay. So you see yourself as like the armored but not armored,
Right, it's armored, but it's
kind of
also like
midnight knight. That's really cool. Got a little fan art.
right. I put it handsome dragonborn, and that's what came up.
Boom. Thank you, Scalies.
Right.
So
I'm like, because all I have to do is picture it in my mind, and I can transfer it over.
yeah. Now I'm gonna say like small things like I want the shirt to change a little bit. That can happen. Typically, it takes a long rest to do that.
Think of like
Well, I'm not expecting us to go right now, so I'm like building this in my mind, and then by the time we go over there,
Yeah, it'll be fun.
think
So
of
you
like
think like a
bright
Sinbad scenario.
white like silk
Silk shirt,
clothing
deep V.
with light not like lightweight, not brightness, but light like armor, like
Yeah, so like
pieces here and there.
leather vest.
Here and there with like
Pauldrons
elf
here.
like designs, like curvature.
You want very Eldrin.
yeah, like full on Eldrin, like oh
Yeah. Alright, so do you want a little Sinbad in that where it's like everything's like loose, or do you want everything tight?
Oh no, tight. It's like
So skin.
slim fit suit status, just
Gotcha. Okay. So as you come out, the waterfall stops, and suddenly you feel the branches basically with little hand towels just rub.
I'm like, get off me!
Some of them are pulling at your hair, pulling the dreads out. And it's just kind of like pulling, and you're like being pulled one way, you're being brushed down the other, it's just utter chaos. When you finally come out of it, your hair is braided like you remember, like you thought about it.
And I'm like,
There's a mirror and you
been-
can see it.
I've been violated. Just because I thought about it doesn't mean it's actually wanted it.
Okay. When you come into the changing room, your armor is gone. And in its place is that outfit.
Fine.
With a few tasteful add-ins. So for example, you've got a string of beads made of elven craft, in the occasional place, like a tassel. So kind of like a sailor's lucky charm.
Mm-hmm.
You have places for all of your weapons integrated into this thing, so it's very functional. Now when you pick it up, a word enters your mind. Glamour on.
Like glamour?
Like glamour. So glamour on. And you get the feeling that if you think something will happen. But you see almost an image in your brain, glamour on.
Okay.
You come out and find that suit. And when you pick it up, you also get this glamour on feel. Do you think anything specific?
So is this the glamour, or is this normal, and then the glamour on changes it?
It says glamour on in your brain.
For that.
So, first thing that comes into my brain,
Mm-hmm.
well, to me is like glamour is that like I'm appealing to people.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the first thing I think.
Yeah. Okay.
Is that
Nothing changes.
so? That is that fine?
This feels like a command word. It's like when you
like
want
I'm
to fly.
commanding people.
No, so when you want to fly, you have to think fly. This is like an effect that is active. Glamour on. Roll or Canon.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. I'm trying to think of a word that I want to use.
It's how you change into those clothes, but still wear your armor. It makes your armor look nice.
Basically, change your armor into that.
Yes. So if you say glamour off, you don't look all fancy. You gotta look like
But you want us to think of a word?
No, so it's the concept that there's glamour on.
14.
14. Okay, so you would recognize that this is a command status, so to speak. This is just kind of like if you think about your armor, this pops up like a pop-up. If you were to command glamour off, something might happen, like you said. You're not sure what, but you're pretty sure that it's an on-off switch. And it's just informing you of what's going on.
Okay, can I ask the store person?
He's
Like-
eagerly waiting outside, like,
I go out. I'm like, what is this glamour on?
oh, honey,
Glamour on.
glamour on?
Yeah.
Glamour.
Yeah, just think glamour off, and you'll see what happens.
Oh, honey, so you're a fighting boy. You're gonna like that. But I understand that not always is it a good thing to be in such glamour clothes. You go, what do they call it? Slumming it downtown. You want to be a bit more grubby. So, if you were to think glamour off,
I put my regular armor clothes on with my.
are you wearing anything, or are you coming out in a towel?
Yeah, I'm like in a towel. Like I'm just like
Oh.
I haven't even put my. It was like
Go put your stuff on.
oh.
Are you coming out wearing
Yes.
everything? Okay, good. Come here, you. And he comes in, he's like fitting things for you. So it's much more like you have full range of movement in your arms, and all this stuff. And he's like, you get the gist, don't you?
Yes, I think glamour off.
Alright, so you go to glamour off. Now, you were wearing general traveling clothes before. Right now, what happens is from that suit, that noble vest, and with the high collar and the golden scales scattered throughout like a nighttime scene, kind of ripples a little bit like cloth moving in the wind, and you are now wearing a full-on traveling outfit made out of thick but soft cloth, some leather trimming. You look like you have a cloak on about you, and you could pass for a successful merchant. So it's like higher quality materials and everything. You wouldn't pass for like a slumlord or a poor person. But what you're wearing, you could, fit in a crowd. Whereas the other stuff you were wearing is definitely for high-tone parties and sort of thing. So, there's that.
Alright. Then I come out all awkwardly. I'm like, yeah.
Oh. It's tighten all the right places. Alright, now, I know this is hard, darling. Glamour. Off.
Oh, that's easy.
You think glamour off. You go from that very splendid regalia to your armor. Now your armor has been cleaned, patched, and polished. It's also added some nice trim to it. So before it was all about function. Now it actually you look maybe like a high-tone guard. So again, you could pass for anyone in a crowd, but at the same time, you're not ready for a party like you are with the other one.
No, thank God.
So,
It's almost too clean.
I feel like while they were doing that, I was like, I gave them some gold for some consultation on how I should.
on how you should.
Yeah, we kind of did some like sketches. So I'm like, okay, I think we should do that.
Okay, yeah. So how much gold?
100 gold.
Okay, yeah.
You
That's good.
say I didn't get to choose my clothing, but I felt like I chose my clothing.
Did you though?
Like,
Did I?
Did you?
Did you violate my brain?
Yeah, my brain, man.
I don't know.
I am your brain, man.
So, anything else I can help you with?
Any of those free services?
Oh no.
Thank you so much for your time.
Alright, you all have fun at the summer court. Bye bye.
We did not say we were going to the summer.
Yeah, we did.
We did.
That was the whole reason why we came in. We're like,
We
we
just
need to
said
look
we're-
nice for the summer court. We need to look nice enough for the summer court.
We said we were going to the Nate's castle. We didn't necessarily say summer court.
Let's just say there's only so many reasons you can go to Nate Daniel's court.
Yeah, he's an ass.
Also, high insight.